So, recap last week. Ended up only taking two trades. NZD Chef buy on this funded account, and then a USD CAD sell. Uh, there was other opportunities that I didn't take. Still working on the psychology, but what it ended up being was I was watching my trades play out without taking them, and I still got to tell myself, bro, you gotta just, it is what it is. Just go ahead and make it happen. And that's what I did. I went 50% on the funded, right? So when I go look at this week, what I have planned is we're just going to execute trades. It is what it is. If it plays out, it plays out. If it doesn't, it doesn't, right? So GBP Chef, I was looking to possibly take this trade Friday. But I didn't take it because we were still kind of above the area. Uh, Now we're in a weekly downtrend, daily downtrend, beautiful retest, H4 downtrend. Everything sets up for it. We were just above this level, right? So that's why I was just like, let me hold off, which I'm kind of glad I did hold off, just because we would have had to hold over the weekend, and with all the news and the wars and everything going on right now, I don't want to hold, right? Euro AUD is another one that is, I think, ready to take off to the upside. We've been falling for quite some time now. Uh, we are still in a daily downtrend, but technically we are in a weekly uptrend. Whether you're using, some people would call this spot right here a pullback. This isn't a pullback for me, even on the regular candlesticks. But like I said, I use Hikinachi candlesticks to confirm the trend, and we are retesting. Right, we've been retesting for a while on the weekly. Go to the H4. We are currently in an uptrend. The daily has closed back inside of that zone. For me, this is confirmation that price wants to continue or head in the upside, right? Head to the upside. So we'll, see. Hopefully, the market can open up and we can see a possible lift on this as we get in. NZD Chef. This was one that I took a loss on, considering that we were in a weekly uptrend. Yes, we are in a daily downtrend. But we were above the zone. We were creating long wicks, but these are just obviously indecisive of where price wants to go. In this area right here, I'm going to confirm that a daily area of interest, right? It's not through here anywhere, but I do think this has now become a small daily area of interest now that we have respected this zone. So I'm changing that to blue. But we have fallen below. The weekly has closed below. The daily has closed below. Daily downtrend. I'm waiting on a retest, rejection candlestick, and a sell on this one. Things that are heating up. GBP CAD. This one, I am looking for a retest of the structure. Yes, this is a counter trend trade. It will be. But if we get the H4 to have a shift of structure, close above the zone, I would be looking to take buys just like that there. USD or Euro USD, we are in a weekly uptrend. We're in a daily downtrend. But if we can get a shift of structure on this H4, we would look to take buys on this, but this is a counter trend trade on the daily. GBP AUD, we have retested. We're in a daily downtrend, weekly downtrend, daily downtrend. What I would like to see is for us to get a shift of structure on the H4, head to the downside. NZD USD is just like Euro USD. We are in a daily uptrend, weekly uptrend. It would be a nice shift of structure. Retest, buy. USD JPY would be the opposite of that. We are in a daily or weekly uptrend, daily uptrend. So this would be a counter trend trade for sure. But if we can get price to have a shift of structure, retest, we would look for these sales just like we got right here. Yeah, it was a counter trend trade, but we got the shift of structure. Only thing is, the reason why I didn't take this trade is because we had already retested this zone, right? So when I make my counter trend trades, I'm looking to get in and get out, right? It retested the zone, so I wasn't looking for. It would have been a short buy, but we didn't get a shift of structure, retest, then sell. It just fell, retested the zone, so that trade would have been, invalid. Uh, Here is, speaking of psychology, here's one of the setups that I should have taken. We have a H4 zone right there. Everything had set up. It had followed my plan. The weekly had closed above the zone. The daily obviously was above. We're in a daily uptrend. We were in an H4 uptrend, and I completely ignored this trade. Like completely, just whatever. Completely ignored. We got a engulfing H4 rejection candlestick right here. We could even go down to the lower time frames, 15-minute, and you can see that we had a retested the zone, right? Shift the structure on the H4. This is also the engulfing candle on the H4. A 15-minute retest. This was beautiful, and we completely ignored it because we're just overthinking everything, man. Anyway, so that's what we're looking forward to this week. At the end of the day, we did have a green week, right? So with all that being said, the strategy works. We had a green week. We could have had more trades, but for whatever reason, we decided not to take them. But this week we gotta change that. We gotta. This challenge has been way too long, like way too long. So we gotta get there. Not adding any extra pressure, but I just gotta start taking my setups. It is what it is. Start taking my shots.